Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I'm at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Cancer, whose correlating major arcana card is the Chariot. This is the artist card, here to represent you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can draw from the well of infinite creativity. So Cancer, we are doing a creative depths reading. This is going to start with the spirit messages, and we're going to ask, what do I need to be reminded of and keep in mind at this time? And in the second row, under what new light do I need to consider this information? And in the third row, well, that's with the Creativity Oracle. And in the third row with the Soul's Journey, we are going to ask, how best can I begin to apply what comes to me? And then we're going to follow up with the Cards of Truth and the Lenormand cards for their clarity. And then we'll ask Source what else should be shared or what they would like to share. And with that, we're going to do the Archetype cards, and then we're going to do the Moon card for timing, and then a Starseed message. So let's begin and go to the Spirit Messengers cards and ask the question, what do I need to be reminded of and keep in mind at this time? Just ask. There are many here in the spirit world that can assist you at this time. We are made up of the divine source, your loved ones, your friends, guides, angels, spirit helpers who are waiting to assist you. We are your spiritual team, and all you have to do is ask for our help and guidance. I love that you get this card here, Cancer. This is like you being in tune, as you are, being that water sign, and highly intuitive, being also a moon baby, right? This is pretty cool. And you with the Chariot, you know, you just, I like to say about the Chariots, the rodeo card. You are on the horse and in the cart like a gladiator, doing very well at navigating your life, or at least that's what you're here to learn. Comes and goes, right? Yes, you are the, yeah. Okay, so that is a very cool card for you to get. Just ask. I can see that you, as the sign that you are able to probably do that pretty well on a regular basis. So it's nice to be reminded that it's there for you. So let's see what the Cards of Truth have. The Four of Clubs. That is a brilliant card for you to get here. It's stability. It is Mercury energy. It is, let's see, oh my goodness, it is the Hierophant, and it is also, because of the club suit, it's air energy, which is all good information to have. And it's interesting that it's also, as I said, Mercury, so that and your natural ruling house is the fourth house. So, right, yes, fourth house of home. So this is all really good to go check your astrology chart and see where your birth chart is and what the transits are doing, and maybe you can get a little more information from knowing what the planets and of course your ruling planets and all of that good stuff is the moon. So yeah, that's a quick moving planet as well. Yeah, and Mercury is a fairly fast moving planet. You know, it's weeks, months sometimes. Yeah, Very interesting. Okay. And the fours, stable, right? Very stable. This is knowledge, understanding of that, just really grounded. You are a water sign, which is, it's emotional, but it's also grounded. You're a cardinal sign, so you're looking at the bigger picture all the time. You are a visionary and know that you are being guided by this spirit world. All right, let's look at this. The flowers, very good news. This is just bringing joy and happiness and pleasure to the reading. So you are in it. You know how to be there. And nice to be reminded that you are on point. Okay, so what do you need to be reminded of at this time, right? Under what, well, that's what you need to be reminded of, but what under what new light do you need to consider this really? Because what else could possibly bring even just a little bit better understanding of it to heighten this experience for you? What could that be? Well, let's find out. Intuition. This reading is made for you, Cancer. I don't want to just sit here and tell you everything you already know, but let's see. Allow the limitless power of your unconscious mind to answer your problem by using symbols, memories, and hunches. Very cool. Very cool. Intuition. Clearly, you are a very intuitive being. I'm going to leave that right this side up so that you can look at it while we go through the rest of the cards here. So let's see what else that you might use to consider. Well, that's interesting. Queen of Spades in reverse. So she's the no bullshit queen, honestly. It's Neptune energy. It's remedies and cures. It's her knowing exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and no bones about it. Quick and decision making, just like that. But it's in reverse. So there's some hesitation. There's probably some reluctance around making quick decisions. You may know it, but you don't want to have to do it. So, it's got that kind of energy when that queen is in reverse. So it can be being stubborn. It can be being like stuck. I like to see these as being stuck energy. But you might also be going at this with too much ambition, that you are forgetful or unaware of something. Okay? Don't know what that something is. It could be people, places, things, but you kind of rushing in and upsetting an apple cart, maybe in your grand vision of things, being well guided, but at the same time needing to check into that stability. So this is telling me that more meditation would be very helpful to be able to ground in a situation, to bite your tongue and to wait and find your opportunity to let other energies come to you and feel those out before jumping in with both feet, so sure of yourself. More is better in this. More information is better than jumping in and throwing your weight around, if you will, being so sure of yourself, and your ambitions kind of get the better of you to take that a little too forcefully, because the Queen of Spades can be a force. All queens can. And they're pretty sure about what their direction and needs are. So doubles down on that when it's in reverse. In what is a potentially unnoticed, unhealthy way. All right, Lenormand, the Cavalier. Well, he's here to bring you good news. That is nice. Yeah, I mean, he promises good cheer. So just a nice little reminder that that's what you need to consider, right? Before jumping into what looks like the perfect, stable, right way to go for you, right? Or to you for the greater good, because you are a visionary cardinal sign, very intuitive with being a water sign. And yeah, this is pretty cool. So that would be, let's see, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Okay, that's the card that you relate to in the tarot as well. The Cancer card. Okay, water. Yes, emotion. And quite the opposite, really. I mean, she's emotional, of course, but it is more cut and dry for her. She's, just do it. Yep. Calling it what she sees, as quick as she sees it. Usually pretty right and spot on. But in reverse, maybe just a little too quick to do that. Might want to just hold back those reins just a little bit and let some more information trickle in. Put your God gift of intuition to good use and sort that through. All right, let's move on to the third row and ask the question, how best can I begin to apply what comes to me? Oh, that's interesting. Envy. What? I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Huh, okay. Well, this does bring a new thing in here, because perhaps jumping in and taking action without really thinking things through doesn't give you a very clear or clarity around enough information even around these just jumping in and being a force that you are. So is it envy driven? And envy is kind of an interesting word, because it is you understanding and wanting something that you feel like you don't have, but in all probability you have something that's going unrecognized that is just as beautiful and serves who you are much better, and helping that whatever that is that you're not seeing, helping you be the best version of you in your creativity and in your art and what you're putting forth into it. I mean, it could be very ethereal and grounding at the same time. It could have that message of the bigger vision of things, that visionary sense of the universe, while understanding that you got to find your own uniqueness. Everybody else is taken, right? You know this. So you need to be a better version of you. That's all. So when that envy sparks, just know it is a diversion, if you will, that is going to take you down the wrong course of thinking. It is for you to know that it's a diversion, because maybe you're not ready to see something new about yourself, or you're not feeling quite up for the challenge of doing the work to find it? Don't know. That is a question for you. But I speak what pops into my head, so there you have it. Let's see what the cards of truth have. 3 of Hearts. So yeah, it's hard to let go, isn't it? There's an emotional attachment to this process. I mean, you are incredibly intuitive. You are grounded in your emotions. You're listening. All you have to do is ask. You know how to ask and receive clearly. It puts you here. Yet there are times when that spark of envy comes in and it turns that Queen of Spades on her head, and you rush in before the best timing. So when that sparks, to understand that it is on an emotional level that God only knows, what has ingrained that emotional reaction that takes you and diverts you down that path of not wanting to re-look at something. The 3s are all about letting go. And of course, it is the emotions that we're talking about here. And it's Mars energy, and it is it's also Temperance energy. So this is knowing what's best for you, right? Your temperament, your emotions, why you get triggered by whatever it triggers you, and understanding that what you're here to do in this life that you're living, the greater good of your art to flourish, your guides want you to know that a tweak to the emotions, that you spot it, you understand that it's a trigger, you understand that you've got to stop, listen, ask, listen to your intuition, get grounded, and take a moment to understand where that's coming from. Pull that thread back and back and back. How does it make you feel? What is that feeling? It's envy, it's hurt, it's a feeling of lacking something. But what you're failing to understand, or possibly in this emotionally charged experience, being diverted to thinking that you need or want something that might not be you. So when you're seeing it and you're wanting it, take a good look at it and see how you could make whatever that sparkly I want it thing is, and internalize it, listening, asking, and help to make it you. You taking something that is emotionally charged and triggered by a need or a want of something that you think you don't have, but where do you start with that, right? I mean, if it's for the greater good, for you finding you to create better art, isn't it all about understanding what your triggers are and where they come from? Yes, of course. That is just going to add such power to something that is clearly so accessible for you. Very nice. So yeah, I mean, there's some grounding in here that you need to sit with and listen and understand where that trigger comes from. And in that, you are going to have a wealth of information. So let's see what the Lenormand, oh my goodness, of course, it's the Sun card. This is you being you, all bright and sparkly and gorgeous and there, right? all in your grounded, knowing yourself so well that you see it. Okay, here it is for me to open up and dig through and see what the heck is at the bottom of this soupy goopy mess. And that's okay. If you do it with a smile, you are going to come into something that is so worthy. You'll be able to let this emotional baggage go, understanding it completely, seeing it. You'll find the humor in it, and there you are. What makes you, you just got a little more sparkly. Very, very nice. Yes. Okay. Let's move on to see what Source would say. Archetype card, Exorcist. Light attribute, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Of course, shadow, fear of facing your own demons. So don't be that. Don't be that. You can do this. You clearly, in that, engaging is exactly will free you, right, of destructive impulses. Beautiful. For timing, nothing will come of this situation. The void, of course, moon. Well, there you go. Yeah. You just got a free pass. That is beautiful. Absolutely great. Perfect. And your message? Inner worlds. That's where you need to go. Oh, your external world is a reflection of your inner world. Well, of course it is. That's what we've just been talking about. Absolutely perfect. Wow. Okay, so it's that close for you. Yep, it's a little understanding, a little pulling the thread on all of this, and you are going to be in such a good, really a brilliant position to be that visionary that your Cancer sign is. Very, very lovely. Thank you, Cancerians, for watching, and yeah, best of luck, and as always, happy creating.